Because the times.
Woke up this morning thinking about
Those summer days.
best friend got caught up when I stayed in Douglasville. I'm doing something by myself. Mama caused me drama and I wanted to leave a better blue. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Today, it's a beautiful day. I'm gonna make a video about this, but I got it. I got a better camera. So you know what that means? Vlogs and everything else. Because of this. But anyway, let's get into the video. Why doesn't hip hop respect Logic like Eminem? Y'all didn't hear young Dolph got killed in Memphis. Rest in peace. I'm gonna make a video about that as well. But let's get into the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and yeah.
Eminem is a legendary hip-hop lyricist.
That's my fault. Let's actually pull the audio thing up. Alright, then put those in my headphones.
Who happens to be white. Logic is a talented, younger generation biracial rapper that happens to look white. Both accomplished MCs have had much made of their skin complexion, and they themselves have addressed their racial makeup at length. They both have hit songs and can sell out concerts without needing other big names on the bill. They both have owned their underdog, rags to riches, come-up journeys as authentically as possible. The Detroit Titan and the Maryland Maverick both have family members that they have criticized in their music and prominent relationships that they have parted from. Also, both Eminem and Logic have addressed the importance of their pen game, writing clever, high-class lyrics.
I'm sorry,
with
y'all.
ultimate vocabulary skills. But why doesn't hip-hop seem to respect Logic in the similar manner that they respect Eminem? Logic often wears his influences on his sleeve and incorporates his favorite artists into his work, getting accused of biting, chewing, and copying instead of paying homage in the process. Take Kendrick Lamar for example. People think Logic stole Kendrick Lamar's beat from Sing About Me for Logic's Metropolis, but it's only the drum pattern which comes from Bill Withers' Use Me, which was not an original sample even when Kendrick used it, because Nas and UGK had it before Kendrick. Drake is another rapper that Logic gives high praise to. They both share a biracial background that they haven't shied away from in their music. On Drake's album Nothing Was the Same, he had a track called Wu-Tang Forever, named after the Wu-Tang Clan classic Wu-Tang Forever. Logic also had a track called Wu-Tang Forever 5 years later, but Logic's actually featured the Wu-Tang Clan, not even bothering to give his song a different title than Drake's. Was this a way for Logic to quietly flex his influence, being that he isn't spoken of as highly as Drake? Or was this a genuine attempt to garner hardcore hip-hop props for working with arguably the most respected hip-hop group in history? Then comes Logic's love of Eminem. The 2018 MTV Video Music Awards caused viewers to make a striking comparison to Logic's performance and Eminem's VMA performance 10 years earlier. Social media went nuts, with people saying that Logic stole Eminem's posse of white t-shirt Slim Shady clones concept, with Logic entering the VMA stage with a crew of white t-shirt followers as well, whose shirts said "We're all human beings." This was generally perceived as Logic's Eminem fandom gone a little too far. Logic got Eminem's attention though, becoming one of the rappers named that Eminem made mention of on his 2018 Kamikaze album, directly on the song Fall. M said, "I inspired the Hobsons, the Logics, the Coles, the Shans, the K-Dots, the 5-9s, and oh." This definitely wasn't a diss, but one young collaborator featured on Eminem's Kamikaze album, another biracial rapper like Logic, known as Joyner Lucas, has been highly critical of Logic publicly. Then the phone number idea. I noticed when I dropped my album title, 508-507-2280, he dropped a phone number record. But I'm not going to bash him for a suicide record. But like, come on, bro, Lucas admitted to Billboard. There's too much stuff that makes me feel a type of way. I feel by now the cat should have reached out. But it is what it is. It's not like I'm mad at him like that. I just think he's corny. Unfortunately, Joyner Lucas hasn't been the only one who thinks Logic is quote-unquote corny. But what makes Logic corny? Because he doesn't act tough and rap about killing people and sexing down every woman he meets, even though he does say that sometimes. Is Logic corny for talking about his biracial experience on songs like Welcome to Forever and Everybody, instead of just claiming black or pretending to just be white? Why does Logic have to be considered a cornball for being relatively humble, not over promoting the wealth, having a positive attitude and a happy persona, and bigging up video games, science fiction, and writing novels? Should Logic get a whole bunch of face tats, flamboyant jewelry, and colorful dreads in his head to be taken seriously, which is kind of an oxymoron, while jeopardizing his own self-image in the process? Look, when it comes to taking a stand in their music, Eminem seems more genuine, maybe because we know he lives his truth, and went from rapping about using pharmaceutical drugs to addressing the dark side of his drug use, his rough road to rehabbing his way out of it, and coming out clean on the other side. This makes Eminem a hero to many of those struggling with drug addiction, and makes his music emotionally deep to some. Logic, the promoter of love, peace, and positivity, often seems to be making a career out of unchallenging ideas and easy decisions that anyone and everyone can agree with. Wouldn't it be more interesting if Logic shared intimate details of how he became more loving, peaceful, and positive, instead of just shouting these words out over and over? He could provide valuable steps that others could adapt from and learn from. Is Logic using the peace stance just to pander to everyone instead of speaking directly to people just like him? Could Logic be benefiting from generic morality without committing to putting real effort into real tangible change? The truth is, in music, you can't be the guy who tries to represent everybody, because you run the risk of sounding like nobody. Step away from stating the obvious, because it can come across as forced, that you're either saying what you think people want to hear, or you are assuming that your fans don't know that love, peace, and positivity are good things, essentially assuming the audience is dumb. Maybe Logic could rise up to Eminem's respect level one day if he digs deeper than generalizations like suicide is sad, violence isn't productive, and we are all human, and dip into the psychological dark side of why people attempt suicide, what causes violence to spread, and what turns people into racists. Eminem, like most of the greatest hip-hop artists of all time, doesn't care if you like him or not. They are who they are and they say what they feel. Logic, or any rapper for that matter, can't please everybody. He will need to be more specific in his point of view, be brave enough to stand firm on uncomfortable feelings, like Eminem, and not be afraid to alienate and lose mainstream fans, because they're only here today and gone tomorrow anyway. This has been a Hip Hop Madness original. Make sure you stay tuned and stay up to date on everything we...
Okay. I feel like people hate on Logic because he's a mixed dude that looks white that says nigga. Look at Drake and Joyner Lucas. Lighter skinned dudes that's looked at as black because they got the black complexion. Logic, hands down, is a legend of this generation. I got inspiration from him. I fuck with Logic, but he's a nerd, and I like that shit. He's like Gambino. Childish Gambino, you know, Donald Glover. Like him, he's a fucking nerd. Listen to his music. MF Doom, he's a fucking nerd. They're smart. They all smart. How they put their words together. But I feel like some people don't understand Logic, but I hear what he was saying when he's like, you generalizing your fan base. You making it seem like your fan base is stupid. Your fan base knows suicide's bad. Good that you have the awareness. Your fan base know they're human, and everybody else, they should know it. They listen to you. It's one of those things where it's like, you kind of played yourself a little bit, but you need to learn from all the mistakes you do. I was going to tell Logic, keep being yourself, man. Keep dropping these albums, even though you're retired. Keep doing Twitch, but still keep streaming. I mean, just keep taking care of your kid. I know you have a son. Just keep living your best life, man. That being said, be sure to like, subscribe. Me personally, I feel like hip hop people hate on Logic because they don't get it. And it's okay. Everybody has the right to have their own opinion. Be sure to like, subscribe, stay tuned to the next video. Peace. Mario the poet.